I think cat car is definitely one of the things that makes me feel like I am part of the UA. Because every time when I went to think tank, ask some kinds of questions, they always want me to show up the cat car and to check in. So I feel like I am a UA student, and I feel like in a small community, when I had some kind of similar topic I can share with my friends within the community, I feel like I am part of the UA. Because when I share those kinds of same thing, it's, sometimes it's just a daily life. It's sometimes it just kind of how's your day going? How's your class going? It's feel like we are college students, and we are facing the same challenge, is to work in hard and to learn new things. So I feel like if we had the same kinds of conversations in a small community, then I feel like I am part of them. And I joined several clubs that within those clubs, I have a chance to able to talk with them, and that me feel like I'm part of the small group in communities. I think I don't have specific contribution or impact that I want to make it here. Back then I do have, but right now I feel more important is to be a good student. What I mean good student is not like always have a very good academic, but also like something to really want to learn something, really want to solve problems, even it is some problem that I'm not capable of, but I'm finding a solution to solve the problems. I try my best, and I raise the hand and to ask questions. So I feel like if I want to make any contributions or impact my life in here, is to that the university remember that there's a one guy called Xiaoan Wu or Sean Wu who has so amazing questions, or always trying to use the resources, anything that on campus that offer to students, such a think tank, or even campus health, and that university understand that those sources really help some student to overcome some challenges. When we talk about wellness, there can be different kinds of wellness. It can be mental wellness, it can be physical wellness, but both of them are very important for me in UA. And how I can balance those mental and physical wellness. So first of all, the mental wellness. Oh, okay. So first of all, I have a religion. So I have some kinds of God inside my heart. So when I'm facing difficulties, I will pray for it. I will, that my worries and challenge, that Him know, so I can really put my burden on Him. And there's other also mental wellness is to talk with someone. Really to talk with my parents to share how difficult it is or how happy I am. So there's some people who encourage you, especially my parents, and some people who support you. And on the other hand, the physical wellness, I do a little exercise, and I have take a little nap between classes, and that's very helpful because after just a 15-minute nap helps me to concentrate it on classes. Even there's a full classes in day, I still have very strong energy and focus on the classes, and what I can learn in classes very concentrated on the topic that teacher is talking about. And yeah, so I feel like those two parts of whether it's mental and physical wellness very important when studying in university. When you very working very hard, those two part of the things sometime will miss it. But I feel like right now I'm trying to balance both my academic and those wellness. So I feel like how to achieve that thing is just I feel like just day by day, just learn to see this wellness is such or more important than academics sometimes, than university sometimes. Those things will keep you all alive, but academic, even you fail, you can try it again. Mental wellness is something that you cannot try again. If you get sick, then you get sick. So I feel that that's very important for me to realize how important wellness it is. And I feel like there's another way that's so important is my friends, my my friends in the community, in group, or even classes, how to let them feel that they are also very being supported for especially the wellness, whether it's mentally or physically. And I think more what I can do is just mentally is to encourage them to make a positive impact to certain things that is positive, not complaints or making fun of them. Just encourage them or support them if they need it and if I can help them. So I think that's so important. When we talk about student accountability, I'll think about some kinds of thing that a lot of students use is to ChatGPT, and that's related to the academic integrity and student codes. And for me, my question always circles that when I'm very busy, when I'm working very hard, and to trying to learn new things, or trying to submit my assignments, but some my friends or students use ChatGPT or other sources that are far more faster than me and do better than me, and they can accomplish or they can finish the assignment faster than me so they can save time to prepare for exams. I feel like sometimes I'm just very jealous about that or sometimes very sad about that. I've never used about ChatGPT to do my homework, but I feel like looking back, there's student accountability is so important. I think it is how we divide if we are college students. And I feel like being a college student is not just learning new thing. It is some kinds of accountability, a responsibility that we should do, we should have. We should have the responsibility toward anything when we do decisions. Because going to college is to learn new things, but also learn new things. We have the responsibility to make sure when we are learning new things, we are also using a proper and appropriate ways to learn new things, a fair way to learn few. It's not just using some techniques that are not or prohibits in college. After reviewing the class participation guidelines, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Every classes, I have 5 classes in a semester. Every classes, I raise my hand to ask professor questions. I wait patiently when other students are asking questions. Sometimes I reflect on the knowledge. Sometimes as I ask the question from students, from the question from students asking. So, for example, someone is asking about something, and I use that question to ask about other things. And sometimes I use a lot of sources, using office hours to talk to a professor. In class, I talk with my classmates. I had discussions. Even some students didn't want to talk with me. I still try to talk with them, and I tried to share my opinion on the learning process, about the topic, about the lectures. Some teacher didn't want to answer me, but I feel like that's okay. And I feel like I try my best to ask questions. And sometimes my question is not very good, but I feel like I just learn by doing it. Learn to ask questions and to really understand things through asking questions. So I feel like one of the things I should improve is maybe just more have confidence when asking questions, or when I, talk with my classmates, because sometimes I'm afraid that I'm asking stupid questions. Um, but for me, I feel like there are uh, stupid questions, only 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 questions, because question, even a stupid question, can be very good questions, just we don't realize it. So I feel like have more confidence to ask question definitely is something I should improve.